What's up? Welcome back to Nostalgia. Dave here with a review of Kevin Abstract's fourth solo album, Blanket. Yes, Kevin Abstract back with new solo material just a year after the final Brockhampton albums came out, The Family and TM. I, of course, have covered Brockhampton extensively over the years, did a Brockhampton album ranking episode. Check the link below for that. Just last week, talked about Amir Van and Merlin's surprise collab, Slime in the Ice Machine. Brockhampton guy. Brockhampton, of course, broke up last year. Talked about that at length. Again, check the links below. Kevin, though, this ostensible frontman of Brockhampton when the group is together, also the most established soloist throughout this whole time, is back with new music. And, of course, I think any Brockhampton fan would be patiently awaiting new music from Kevin, who has been one of the pillars of the group, as you'd expect, and I think many people's favorite member, or one of their favorite members. He is a really talented guy. I primarily have loved him for his rapping ability as one of the rappers in Brockhampton, but he has also proven he can do other sounds, just as Brockhampton as a group proved that as well. Coming into this album, Blanket, it was led on by Kevin that this is not a rap album. To me, a bit disappointing to learn, just because I think the best moments of Brockhampton often featured Kevin rapping. Now, Blanket is in fact a rock venture, rock album. Kevin's take on one, anyway. Very, I think, unexpected to me. At least not what I was feeling. I don't know, hard to say, because, on one hand, the most popular Brockhampton songs in terms of streaming, Bleach, Ginger, not actually, hard rap records, That's always kind of been a bit of a frustration for me, because I thought Brockhampton was at their best when they rapped, and that included Kevin's ability. His last solo album, Arizona Baby, the best moments of that, to me, songs like Big Wheels, and even songs like Peach, featured Kevin rapping. So, I'm coming in with an open mind, and of course coming in as a fan of the artist, but it's definitely not something I was really looking for from him. And, I think it's a very interesting record, and by no means is it completely off-putting to me or anything like that. Features co-production throughout from Ramil Hanani, of course, one of the members of Brockhampton. Interesting to see that collab, post-breakup, released on RCA Records, just like all the Brockhampton albums were once they signed that deal. Kevin still seems to be under the RCA umbrella as a soloist, even though Merlin and Kevin and Amir were not as of last week. And yeah, I think it's interesting. There's some moments for me that I definitely liked, but overall, it's just, as I was feeling going in, just really not what I was looking for. But yeah, kind of just going in, I think at times some of my issues with this is I feel like the vocal mix just feels a bit off. Kevin is a bit unintelligible. It's hard to know what he's going on about, and sometimes the production is almost too distorted or just kind of too much for me. So very much an up and down record. Just kind of going through the track list here, right off the bat with track 1, When the Rope Posted Break, you can clearly tell that this is not Kevin's natural voice. The vocals are, quite pitched up. You have this guitar tempo, lyrics about hanging, getting a bit heavy. Track 2, Blanket, the first song we heard of this, that's the ostensible single. To me, it's really a nothing song. There's not a lot to this. To me, it's just not interesting. Running Out, I thought Kevin's vocals sounded pretty cool on that. The Grays, really up-tempo, the drum sound on that. Voyager, probably the biggest example of the bad vocal mix at times. Kevin just doesn't sound good on this one. And then kind of out of nowhere, you have Madonna, which is this amazing breath of fresh air, featuring very lively vocals, an upbeat production that really matches those vocals from Kevin. Honestly, a really sticky chorus. To me, this is easily the best song on Blanket. Really catchy. This is one that's fun to revisit, and still feels like it's in sync with the rest of the album, which again I think speaks to Ramil and Kevin's talent, that it's a pretty cohesive record. For the most part, I'm not really vibing with it, but you can feel a vision to this album. And Madonna really, I think, just kind of crests up as a song you can take away out of this, but it doesn't feel out of place at all within the context of the album. That's always awesome. What Should I Do? I think that was pretty fun vocally from Kevin, like the drums. Mr. Edwards, basically an interlude song. It's just distortion and kind of like static over these drums, just kind of noise to me. But again, just a interlude, nothing too bad. Scream, probably the best singing from Kevin. Kevin's not a bad singer per se, not a great one, but that one actually kind of fit the vibe with him doing something a bit different. Um, Real to me, I thought the vocals were very catchy from Kevin once again, like the fast guitar tempo, and also I think probably the most noticeable auto tune. Clearly, stuff's been done to Kevin's vocals throughout the track list, but this one felt like probably or sounded much more like traditional auto tune on this one. And yeah, like I think it kind of fades out from there. Brief runtime, 13 songs, 38 minutes. Kevin Abstract, to his credit, really hard to pin down. He's obviously hard to know where he's at with his activity on social media, but also musically, which again is the most important thing about this. This is a guy who tries stuff, and he did that when he's part of Brockhampton. He's done it as a soloist to this point, and that continues with Blanket. So even if this is not anywhere close to my favorite material from Kevin, I'm still a fan. I'm still very interested in what he's doing because at least he's going to keep you guessing and sometimes give you something really special. I mean, again, to his credit, I think a song like Madonna is really awesome. So it's always going to be in there from him. But yeah, not my favorite from Kevin, but let me know, how did you feel about Blanket? Was this something you were interested in? Were you hoping for a genre switch up like we got from Kevin on Blanket? And for more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.